Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. I'm Amelia Newcomb. We're talking about dressage here on this channel. Today's video is on collective marks. So I was actually doing some research. I wanted to learn more about collective marks for a course that I was designing called Training Level Dressage for Dummies. Check out the link below if you're interested. Anyways, so I was doing research on collective marks because I wanted to have more information, and there's really not a lot of information out there. So what are the collective marks? At the end of your test, the judge gives you 5 more scores. This is at training through 4th level only. FEI is different. So you get 5 scores at the end of your ride that are basically based on like the overall impression that the judge has of your ride. So what are the 5 scores? So they are Gaits, Impulsion, Submission, and then 2 separate scores for the rider. So let's talk about why collective marks are important. Comment below if you know the answer. So collective marks are important because if you tie with another competitor, the tie is broken based on the collective mark. So whoever has the higher collective mark gets the higher score. Collective marks are also important because they count a lot for your test. So in training level test 1, for example, I did the math, and it's about 27% of your score is these collective marks. So it's really important just to consider the general impression that you leave with the judges, and the collective marks are really a lot about the basics, the harmony, and how you ride your horse. Give me a yes and a thumbs up. Comment below, write yes if you want to learn about the collective marks. I'm going to go through them for you. Okay, the first one, Gaits. So when we talk about Gaits, we have walk, trot, and canter. What the judge is looking at is the quality of the Gaits, and they'll give you a score from 0 to 10 on the quality of the Gaits. They kind of average all the Gaits together. So what score you'd get for the walk, what score you'd get for the trot, a score you'd get for the canter, and then the average of those scores is about what they give you on your gait score. So they're looking for pure Gaits, that the walk has a clear 4-beat, that the walk isn't lateral, the trot a clear 2-beat rhythm, and the canter that nice clear 3-beat rhythm. The gait score is really important because dressage is all about gaits. As you train your horse up, you should be enhancing those gaits. So that's an important first score. The second score is on impulsion. So when we talk about impulsion, I think of the back part of the horse, like the engine, the hind legs, the forwardness, the willingness to move forward. That's all going into your impulsion score. So let me read to you really quick what the judge words for impulsion are. Desire to move forward, elasticity of the steps, suppleness of the back, engagement of the hindquarters. So when we think of a dressage horse, right, we think of that energy, that power, that looseness through the back, the suppleness, that all goes into your impulsion score. But again, impulsion, you're thinking the back half of the horse. The third collective mark is submission. So submission, we're thinking of the front half of the horse. I think of like the brain of the horse. Submission is like, is your horse happy doing their work? Is there harmony with you? Are they focused with you? Are they willing? Are they doing what you want them to do when you tell them to do it? You know, this score can be higher on some days and lower on other days. If your horse is really tense and spooky, you're going to get a low submission score. If your horse is really focused and relaxed and willing, you'll get a higher submission score. The judges' terms for this: willing, cooperation, harmony, attention and confidence, acceptance of the bit and aids, straightness, lightness of the forehand, and ease of the movements. So again, it's a lot about the basics that go into the submission score. But really, when we think of dressage, we want a willing and cooperative partner, right? We don't want our horse to look unhappy, or, you know, that we're having to just beat him around the arena. It's that willingness that they're our dance partner, that they're happy to dance for us. And that really shows in this submission score. And then to finish with, we have 2 rider scores, which I really think these are important. And actually at the FEI, the only collective mark you get is a rider score. And these are important because this is where you have the time to shine through, you know, so it's like, even if maybe you don't have the fanciest horse, or maybe you didn't have the best day, it's how you ride, how you handle things. And that's always what I strive to be, is the best rider I can be given the situation, given the horse I have. Okay, so the first rider score is the rider's position and seat, and what the judge specifically is looking for: alignment, posture, stability, weight placement, following mechanics of the gaits. So are you sitting up straight? Are you aligned? Do you follow your horse's back in the sitting trot, or are you slapping their back around? Really just riding correctly. That's the crux of it. The second rider position score is more about effectiveness of the rider. So the rider's correct and effective use of the aids. So clarity, subtlety, independence, and the accuracy of the test. So this hits on a really tricky concept in dressage, which is that we want to be like really subtle and harmonious, but we have to be effective. So it's like finding that balance. To be a good rider, you have to be super effective, but you also want to be subtle and be in harmony with your horse. And that's where the beauty of dressage is when you see a rider that's so subtle and yet so effective with their horse. So that's something we can all strive to get better at. And in the second part is also accuracy. So riding really accurate figures, you know, you don't want to throw any points away. So pay attention to your accuracy, look up, know the geometry of your test. So I hope this helps you guys understand the collective marks. Again, check out my course about training level, and I also have another course that I will link below if you want more information, consolidated information. And I hope you all get out there and show. It's fun, you learn something, and something to work towards. Happy riding, everyone.